Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
I wasn't in it for the money at first. And it really kind of hurt to know that somebody was going to do that to an animal.
Pet flipping. It's when you buy an animal for a small price or get it for free, then turn around and sell the animal to make a profit.
This is becoming an all too common and easy way for people to make some extra cash. We were contacted through our Whistleblower Hotline about a local woman who believes she's a victim of a pet flipper.
Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer has her story.
It really disheartens me to know that somebody could be just mistreating and misusing these dogs.
An FM area woman who wishes to remain anonymous put her dog up for sale on Craigslist. She listed her dog, Jade, for free. You see, she has a baby on the way and thought it was a lot to handle. In a matter of hours, Jade's owner thought she found a perfect new home for the dog.
I am recently retired and I live near a dog park and I have all kinds of time to spend with her and I would love to have her, which that thrilled me.
The dog was given to the new owner, but what happened next was completely unexpected. The new owner says the dog was too rambunctious.
My best friend saw an ad on Craigslist of her trying to rehome Jade, which, I thought, fine, she said she was going to try to find a different home for her. But she was selling her for $125 when I gave her for free.
Jade's original owner ended up tracking down the new family that Jade was sold to. She now wants to warn others about pet flipping.
It just led me to believe that this woman may be selling these dogs for profit, and in the FM community, people take their pets so seriously, and we love our pets.
Cases similar to this are pretty common, according to the American Kennel Club. Heather Clyde is a manager at the Homeward Animal Shelter. She says you have to be careful when selling a dog online.
Anytime you're giving away free animals, you always risk the chance that they end up with an animal flipper or something else is happening that's not in the best interest of the animal.
We tried reaching out to the alleged pet flipper. She was not willing to speak on camera, but denies all accusations. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Heather says in order to avoid pet flippers, make sure you're giving the pet away to a trusting person. Ask for references, including from their veterinarian. Surrendering the pet to a humane society will ensure you're not giving it to someone who just wants to make a profit. And remember, you can call our Whistleblower Hotline if you need help with a serious issue in your community. Call 237-6576 and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
A North Dakota woman is dead after her SUV landed upside down and partially submerged in an icy river after a rollover crash in Walsh County. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says it happened just after 7:30 this morning, about a mile south of Minto. Troopers say the 30-year-old woman from Forest River hit the ditch before going over the riverbank and rolling her SUV into the river. The SUV broke through the ice and was partially underwater when emergency crews arrived. The woman died at the scene. Authorities say they'll release her name once family is notified.
Today's temps were great. Tomorrow looks great too. Before we get there, though, Hutch, is there anything standing in the way overnight?
Well, we do have a concern for some patchy, dense areas of fog, and that's already beginning in portions of the valley right now. After high temperatures hit those 40s in the south today, a lot of 30s up north. Temperatures cooler where the snowpack is deeper, 28 in the Devil's Lake Basin, 36 Fargo, and even 40s remaining to the south and east of the FM area. Most of the cloud cover showing up on the satellite over portions of Minnesota right now, with more on the way. A fog advisory has been posted for northeast North Dakota in and along the Red River Valley from Grand Forks and points north, where visibilities have been reduced to under 3 miles in places. More widespread development of fog is possible overnight. I'll have the latest on that. We'll have the latest on our last warm day before more seasonable conditions return to the valley here in a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
A young woman dealing with diabetes most of her life now has renewed hope after advancements in technology.
Tonight, we'll take a look at the newest insulin pump that's giving hope to Megan White of Kentucky and thousands of other diabetics. Valley News Live's Cassidy Stricklet has her story.
A day years in the making.
I've been looking forward to this for so many years.
Megan White visits the doctor in Huntington every few months, but this time is different.
You can see that both pumps look really similar, which makes it nice because this is going to be an easy transition for you.
This time, she's training to use the MiniMed 670G, the latest insulin pump that doctors say will drastically change the lives of thousands of diabetics.
With this new pump, we don't have to check it as often, and you have better results. So we get better blood sugar numbers, and you don't have to worry about having these severe low blood sugar reactions that often can lead to hospitalizations for kids, because the pump actually prevents the lows from happening, which is pretty amazing.
Dr. Bales says his office was one of 20 centers to start working with the new pump in the spring. Since then, the results for patients have been amazing.
We've had tremendous results. Everyone that's had it so far has done better. Their hemoglobin A1Cs, which is the kind of average blood sugars, have gotten a lot better.
He calls the pump the biggest advancement in diabetes technology in 20 years.
I do think really within the next 5 to 10 years, everyone that has type 1 diabetes that has a pump will have a pump that's an artificial pancreas that can actually make adjustments on its own based on the blood sugar data.
An advancement drastically needed to help many in Appalachia.
This is one of the highest incidents of type 1 diabetes in the world. This little area of eastern Kentucky, southeastern Ohio, and southern West Virginia.
Tens of thousands of diabetics are currently on the waiting list to get the new pump. White was one of the first in our area to get hooked up to the device.
I hope other diabetics can get this, and I just know it's going to be a life changer, not just for the diabetic child or an adult that gets it, but, for their loved ones as well.
As for White,
it's just been, we've went through so much to finally be able to get this artificial pancreas, and I hope it helps me a lot.
She's just thankful for the chance to feel better. Cassidy Stricklet, Valley News Live.
As we mentioned, this doctor's appointment and training for Megan's new insulin pump was a few weeks ago. So we'll be sure to check back in with Megan to see how the insulin pump has affected her everyday life.
More charges against more students at Penn State after the hazing death of a pledge. What investigators recovered from inside the frat house later on Valley News Live at 10.
But first, how to find out if your children will be affected by proposed school boundary changes in West Fargo.